Okay, so taking a look at exercise 8-3. So Sunrise Pools and Spas manufactures in-ground pools and swim spas. They use variable costing for internal reporting and absorption costing for external reporting. They've given us data for the 3 years. We are told the company's fixed manufacturing overhead per unit was constant at $2,500 for all 3 years. Determine each year's absorption costing operating income. Present your answer in the form of the reconciliation report. So whenever you're asked this is the format that we're looking at. We always want when you're asked to reconcile from variable to absorption costing, we want this format. And it's always going to be the same. But the first thing we have to do, well, I guess the first thing is always variable costing income is first. That's what goes on top. We're given that. Then we have to look at what happened to inventory. So we're given the information here, so we're just going to summarize it up above. In year 1, we had beginning inventory of 150 units. Our ending inventory was 160 units. So therefore, our inventory increased by 10 units. So if our inventory increased, that means that there was fixed manufacturing overhead costs attached to those items of inventory, those 10 items, and that cost then was deferred to a future period. So that means we add it. So we add fixed manufacturing overhead costs deferred in inventory. So there's 10 units, and we're given the per unit cost in the question of $2,500 per unit, so that's $25,000. So we add that to the variable costing income to get absorption costing income of $317,400. Year 2, again, we're given the variable costing income. We look at what happened to inventory. It started off at 100 and okay. I'm just noticing here that we had 160 and 150. Here we had 180 and 150. Actually, all of our numbers, yeah, 150 and 160 are the same, but in year 2 and in year 3, okay, well, either way, the numbers are wrong if you look at the inventory, but they both went in the same direction. Here it decreased and here it increased. So it's still going to be a decrease and still going to be an increase. It's just the number is wrong. So we'll go by the numbers over here just so that the calculations make sense. So began with 180 units, ended with 150 units. So our inventory decreased by 30 units. So because our inventory decreased, it means those units were released from inventory. So now we're going to recognize that those fixed manufacturing overhead costs, they were released, they're included in this year. So we deduct. So deduct fixed manufacturing overhead costs released from inventory. So it's again the 30 units times the $2,500 per unit, which was given in the question. So $75,000 we deduct to get absorption costing operating income of $194,200. Then in year 3, ignoring the difference in numbers, inventory started off at 160, ended at 200. So our inventory increased again. So because it increased, we add because those costs are being deferred to a future period. So the number of units, 40 units, times the cost per unit, $2,500, gives us $100,000. We add that to our variable costing income to get our absorption costing operating income. Okay, so I picked out this question because this is something that students tend to struggle with, and I've seen on assignments and on exams just different methods of people trying to figure out how to do this, but it's always the same. Start with your variable costing, determine what happened to your inventory, if it increased or decreased. Based on that, it's always the same. If it increased, you add. If it decreased, you deduct. And you'll get your absorption costing income. So make sure you practice and understand this reconciliation. Now, in part 2, In year 4, the company's variable costing operating income was $240,200 and absorption costing operating income was $205,200, so it was less. Did inventories increase or decrease during year 4? And how much overhead was deferred or released from inventory? So we start with our variable costing income, and it was higher than our absorption costing. So because it was higher, that means we deducted. And we only deduct when our inventory decreased. Inventory decrease, which means that fixed overhead costs were released from inventory. So it decreased, and they decreased by the difference in the two numbers. So they have it here, and actually if we look here we can see inventory decreased, we deducted. Our absorption costing was less than our variable costing. So again, because absorption costing operating income was less, inventories must have decreased because overhead was released from inventories, and the amount is just the difference. Okay, that's it for that question.